Hey guys! So Sweetie's joining me here today, and as you can tell, she's kind of blocking the camera.
For Meatless Monday, we have a 3-bean chili, and the way that I do chili, I actually make my own like pre-made chili mix, and I just keep it in my little magnetic spice tins that stick on my fridge. And so when I need to use them, I can just open them up, and they're essentially the same concept as the little packets of spices you can buy in the store, but obviously, I can get to control what I put into them, and they're very convenient that way, so I can actually use them. So I'll add like the chili mix and to a can of diced tomatoes, a can of black beans. I'll also add a can of red kidney beans and cannellini beans. So I will use those three, and I will put them on the stove, warm them up, and let them mellow out together and until they make a really nice hearty chili. And then I also make cornbread, and cornbread is one of my favorite things in the entire world, and typically I'll make it from scratch, and then I'll freeze the extras just for whenever I need them. But this week I was feeling especially lazy, and I just made like the Jiffy cornbread mix, and so for Tuesday we have chicken tortilla soup. So I was actually able to use some of this extra cornbread and serve it with it, and that's one of my other favorite things to serve tortilla soup with is have some nice yummy cornbread on the side. So for the tortilla soup, I actually got this recipe from Trader Joe's, so I use cowboy caviar. Yeehaw! But I don't know if it's just because I'm in Texas, but yippity yeehaw, you guys. Also, I've been told that yippity yeehaw is not a thing people in Texas say, or anybody, so sorry. But in my mind, it's a real phrase, so I use it all the time. I forgot to film while I was making it, but this is the end result. It's pretty yummy stuff. So what I do is I get a jar of stock, or a container of it from the store. My coworker was so sweet and gave me a chicken stock that she had canned. Her and I have that in common. We like to can items. I typically do tomatoes or jellies, but she is way more experienced, obviously, than I am. So she wanted me to try this, so this will come in handy for the next time around. But I add to it cowboy caviar, which is from Trader Joe's, which is essentially a corn salsa. And it has black beans and peppers in it, and like tomato puree. So I add a whole thing of this, and I'm pretty lame, so I think it's really spicy. So I add double the amount of chicken stock, and then I will add chicken into it and shred it up or cube it up. You can't really tell in here, but there's chicken in there, I promise. And then I will also add a can of black beans and a can of tomatoes. On top, I will cut up an avocado and put that in on top with some shredded cheese, and then tortilla strips, of course. You can't have chicken tortilla soup without tortilla strips. So I put these on top, and I also like to serve it with cornbread, so that worked out pretty well this week since I had some left over. So unfortunately I didn't get to film this while it was still hot and delicious, but there is that. So that is Tuesday. For Wednesday, which is Wildcard Wednesday, I actually ended up ordering lunch because I forgot to bring it this morning, and I was too busy to leave my desk and go out, so I actually ordered through Grubhub. So I got a beautiful French dip sandwich. I have a beautiful French dip here with some au jus, and then I also have a little lemon tart. That's a treat for me, and then I have strawberries. So as you can see, I've already eaten the other half of this sandwich. The plan tomorrow, as you can see, is sesame chicken, so I will most likely order that. It also gives me an excuse to check out some restaurants in the area. I haven't quite explored Texas's Asian cuisine, which I hear is not very good. So here is my favorite sesame chicken in the whole world. So this is a very light dinner that I had on a flight, and it makes me feel so fancy.
See, pinkies out, everybody.
So for Saturday's meal prep, I actually ended up making chili mac with the leftover chili that I had from earlier this week. And if you guys are not familiar with chili mac, first of all, let me tell you, it is one of my favorite foods. I hated macaroni and cheese as a kid because we used to eat it all the time. I like to do this thing where I crumble cornbread on top of chili, and so I actually do that with chili mac as well. And I just eat it like that. I know it sounds really weird, but I did that for Saturday, and then for Sunday, of course, I had In and Out. You guys know how much I love In and Out. So I might have a problem, but that was the meal prep for the week. It was pretty easy, and I definitely wanted to limit myself to going out too much. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I am a student and I work full time, so I do full time work, full time school, and I just kept getting distracted with other projects. So you're gonna notice that this footage is from January, but hopefully you guys still found it interesting and were able to learn something from it. I will try to be a little more punctual in the future. So I hope you guys enjoyed it.